Hi friends, in this reading log you are going to learn or review how to complete the reading log, add a text box, zoom in, zoom out, how to add images, and your success criteria. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at our success criteria. And to earn a 3, which is what you want to be at, is your work is neat, it's complete, has complete sentences with correct capitalization and punctuation, and you provide text evidence to support your answer. If you earn a 2, it means that your work is not as neat as could be. It is incomplete, has some incomplete sentences without correct capitalization and punctuation, does not provide text evidence to support answers. And if you get a 1, that means your work is messy, is incomplete, does not have complete sentences with correct capitalization or punctuation, does not provide text evidence to support your answers. And right here is cursive and it says, you got this. So let's go ahead to page 1 and to zoom in. If this is too close for you, then you can zoom out. You can go to 50, you can go to fit. You can also go to 100, and it just depends on where you are. Now, if I want to type here, if you notice, if there's a little cross still there, I have to hit the escape button and then it'll let me type. So I actually like this more like a 100%. So here you type your name, your date, the book you're reading, the pages you've read, and the minutes. And then you're going to move this little guy and you're going to say, am I reading fiction or am I reading nonfiction? And the question for Monday is, what do you predict will happen next in the story? So if you're reading a fiction book, that's the question that you answer. If you're reading nonfiction, what is the selection you read mainly about? And you type that here. For Tuesday, same thing, book, pages, minutes. You're going to circle if you are reading fiction or nonfiction. And all you have to do is click and drag, and that's it. Would you recommend the book to a friend? Why or why not? Nonfiction, you're going to write a summary of what you read and what did you learn. So make sure that when you answer if you would recommend the book, if you say yes, why you would recommend it, and if you say no, why not? Then we can go ahead and go to Wednesday. Oops, I went too far up. So if we go to Wednesdays, same routine, book, pages, minutes, circle 1, I am reading fiction, nonfiction. And this question applies to both. What did the author do to get you interested in the book? So maybe it had a cool cover, maybe it was something that you were interested in learning more about, maybe fish facts or weird facts, or maybe you read the first paragraph and you enjoyed it, or maybe you saw the illustrations and that got you going. So that you answer that here. For Thursday, same thing, book, pages, minutes. You circle if you're reading fiction or nonfiction. Is the title a good choice for this book? Why or why not? So you always have to explain why or why not. And then for Friday, circle again if you're reading fiction or nonfiction. If you could talk to the author, what would you say and ask and why? Now, a lot of you guys like to say, I wouldn't want to talk to the author. You have to think about what you would say or ask the author and why you would ask them that. So if you're thinking of just answering it with, I wouldn't say anything to the author, you need to think harder. You actually have to answer that question. Okay, so let's say, for example, you were typing and then you accidentally deleted the text box. So let me go ahead and go here. Oops, I deleted my text box. You can go in here and you can highlight the box, and then you could go to copy. And then if you do Control V at the same time, it'll bring you a new text box. And then you can stretch it out. Okay, and if you can stretch it out, you just do not auto fit, and that'll let you stretch it out. Okay. Another way to add a text box is if you go up here, you see a box with a T in it. You click on that, and then you drag it to however far you want it. And then if you want, you could just leave it like that. You don't have to add a background. But if you do want to add the background, I believe I use this one or the one below it. I'm not really concerned about the color that you submit or the font that you submit as long as that I can read it. And I think I used Comic Sans. So if I go down here, I can choose my font. And the one I used for this one was the comic one. And again, you can just stretch it out. Now, to let you stretch it, you hit do not auto fit. But you don't have to worry about all of that. I'm just teaching you the whole thing. So as long as you have a text box in there and you answer it, you are good to go. Now, these questions will not ask you about any images, but if you want to insert an image, you click Insert Image. You can upload from the computer, or you can search the web, or you can take a picture of your work and submit it that way. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me just show you. So these are the images that I have in my computer, but I actually wanted to do search the web. So I am going to choose, see if the book comes up. So say I was looking at, is this a good title for the book? The One and Only Ivan. I can hop my image in there to make it smaller. I just have to go to the corners. Now you don't go here to make it smaller, but you go to the corner, and it could be any corner, and you bring it in there. And then I just want to showcase that that's the book I'm reading, and I would type it. Again, this time it doesn't give you any prompts to do any drawings, but if you wanted to be creative, you absolutely can. Okay, when you are finished, you could go ahead and submit it on Friday. Once again, if you have any questions, just let me know.